In the hushed whispers of the internet's shadowy corners, a new breed of man emerges, the Sigma male. Often misunderstood, often envied, always intriguing. He walks among us, yet he stands apart. A lone wolf, comfortable in the shadows, unmoved by the pull of the pack. But don't mistake his solitude for weakness. The Sigma male possesses a quiet strength, a self-assured confidence that comes from within. He doesn't crave validation, he doesn't seek approval. He is comfortable in his own skin, content with his own company. The world tries to categorize him, to fit him into neat little boxes of alpha and beta, but the Sigma male defies definition. He is a category of one, an enigma wrapped in a paradox. The world sees his independence as aloofness, his silence as arrogance. But beneath the surface lies a depth of character, a sharp mind and an unwavering sense of self. He is the quiet observer, the silent operator, the man who commands attention without demanding it. He is the Sigma male, and this is his story. The alpha male, loud and boisterous, demands attention. The beta male, eager to please, seeks approval. The Sigma male, he simply exists, comfortable in his own silence, his power emanating from within. He doesn't need to dominate, he doesn't need to follow. He walks his own path, forging his own destiny. He possesses the alpha's confidence without the need for constant validation. He has the beta's intelligence without their desire to conform. He is the best of both worlds, and yet he belongs to neither. He is a lone wolf, answering to no one but himself. Society tries to label him, to squeeze him into their predefined boxes. But the Sigma male breaks free from these constraints. He is a rebel without a cause, a nonconformist without a manifesto. He simply is. And in a world obsessed with labels and hierarchies, that is his ultimate rebellion. The Sigma male doesn't need the validation of a crowd. He finds solace in solitude, strength in independence. He is comfortable with his own thoughts, content in his own company. This self-reliance is not a weakness, but his greatest strength. He observes the world from a detached perspective, seeing through the superficiality, the posturing, the desperate need for approval. He doesn't play the game, he sees through it. This detachment allows him to move through social circles with a quiet confidence. He is present yet apart, engaged yet detached. He doesn't seek attention, yet he commands it. He doesn't crave validation, yet he receives it in abundance. It's a paradox, a quiet power that emanates from within. It's the power of genuine authenticity, of being comfortable in one's own skin. Our society, a grand circus of expectations, a swirling vortex of unwritten rules. We're all players on this stage, aren't we? Forced to don our masks and perform our assigned roles, smile politely, laugh at the right cues, engage in the banal, the tedious, the utterly predictable. Society thrives on conformity. It craves order, predictability, the comfort of the known. Step out of line, deviate from the script, and you're met with raised eyebrows, hushed whispers, the sting of disapproval. It's a game, you see. A game with its own set of rules, its own winners and losers. And what are the stakes, you ask? Acceptance, belonging, the warm embrace of the crowd. But at what cost? The sacrifice of individuality, the suppression of authenticity, the slow death of the soul. A hefty price to pay, wouldn't you say? The masks we wear indicate playing the expected roles in society. From the moment we're thrust into this world, the conditioning begins. We're taught to conform, to fit in, to be good little boys and girls. Don't be too loud, don't be too quiet, don't stand out, don't be different. And so we learn to wear masks. We craft personas for every occasion, for every social circle. We become chameleons, blending in, adapting, conforming. We laugh at jokes we don't find funny, engage in conversations that bore us to tears, all in the name of acceptance. We become slaves to social currency, chasing likes, followers and validation. We crave the approval of strangers, the fleeting high of social acceptance. And in this relentless pursuit, we lose sight of ourselves, our true selves buried beneath layers of masks and facades. The Sigma's dilemma: to engage or to observe. The Sigma male observes this social charade with a mixture of amusement and disdain. He sees through the masks, the pretense, the desperate need for validation. He understands the rules of the game, but he refuses to play. He is torn between two impulses: to engage and to observe, to participate in the social dance or to remain on the sidelines, a detached observer. He sees the allure of connection, the comfort of belonging, but he also recognizes the cost. He craves authenticity, genuine connection, but he refuses to sacrifice his individuality for it. And so he walks a tightrope, navigating the social landscape with a careful balance of engagement and detachment. The silent disruption is caused by challenging norms by existing. The Sigma male, you see, is a walking contradiction to societal norms. He doesn't actively rebel, doesn't rant and rave against the machine. No, he's far too subtle for that. He challenges the status quo simply by existing, by being comfortable in his own skin, by refusing to play the game by anyone's rules but his own. Imagine a grand ballroom filled with people waltzing to society's tune. The Sigma. He's leaning against the bar, observing a wry smile playing on his lips. He's not being rude, mind you, he's simply present. And in his very presence, he disrupts the carefully choreographed dance. He doesn't need to shout to be heard, doesn't need to conform to be accepted. His very existence is a silent rebellion, a subtle middle finger to the status quo. He is a walking, talking reminder that there's another way, a different path, one less traveled perhaps, but no less valid. The Sigma male doesn't rebel with a roar, but with a whisper. He doesn't seek attention, yet he commands it. He doesn't follow trends, he sets them. He is a trendsetter by default, an influencer without trying. How does he do it, you ask? It's simple, really. He's true to himself. He doesn't dress to impress, he dresses for comfort. He doesn't speak to be heard, he speaks when he has something to say. He doesn't chase validation, he creates his own. And in a world obsessed with fitting in, this makes him stand out. He is a breath of fresh air in a room full of stale conformity. He is the quiet storm, the silent revolution. He is the Sigma male, and he is changing the world, one quiet act of nonconformity at a time. Now, the Sigma male isn't some social pariah lurking in the shadows, avoiding all human contact. No, he understands the importance of connection, the value of human interaction. But he engages on his own terms. He doesn't need to be the center of attention, yet his presence is undeniable. He has this aura, you see, a quiet confidence that draws people in. He listens more than he speaks, observes more than he participates, and when he does speak, his words carry weight. He is a man of few words, but every word counts. He's a man of action, not empty promises. He is a man of substance in a world obsessed with appearances. And that, my friends, is his power. Now, the Sigma male isn't some antisocial hermit hiding away from the world. He understands the importance of social interaction, the value of a well-placed word, a genuine connection. But he doesn't waste his time on meaningless chatter, on superficial interactions that drain his energy. He's like a sniper, you see, carefully selecting his targets, choosing his battles wisely. He observes the social landscape, identifies the individuals worth engaging with, and then, and only then, does he make his move. He's not afraid of a little social interaction, mind you. He can charm your socks off with his wit and intelligence, disarm you with his quiet confidence, but he does it on his own terms, when the time is right, when the stakes are worth it. The power of observation lies in decoding social cues like a codebreaker. The Sigma male is a master of observation. He watches, he listens, he absorbs information like a sponge. He sees through the masks, the facades, the carefully constructed personas that people present to the world. He's like a human lie detector, you see, able to spot a fake smile a mile away. He reads body language, tone of voice, even the slightest micro-expression, to understand the true meaning behind people's words and actions. This keen sense of observation allows him to navigate social situations with ease. He knows when to speak, when to stay silent, when to engage, and when to walk away. He's always one step ahead, anticipating the next move, reading the room like a master chess player. Authenticity over approval is the Sigma's secret weapon. Now, the Sigma male's greatest strength, his secret weapon in the social arena, is his authenticity. He is who he is, unapologetically himself, and he doesn't give a damn what you think about it. This unwavering sense of self, this refusal to conform, is what makes him so magnetic, so intriguing. People are drawn to his genuineness, his lack of pretense, his quiet confidence that comes from within. He's not trying to be anyone but himself, and that, my friends, is a rare and precious thing in a world obsessed with appearances, with fitting in, with being someone you're not. The Sigma male isn't content with simply existing. He's not interested in fitting into someone else's mold. He's an architect, designing a life of meaning, brick by brick. He doesn't chase after fleeting pleasures or social validation. He seeks deeper meaning, a sense of purpose. He finds fulfillment in his passions and relationships. He's not afraid to walk alone, forging his own path, driven by an inner compass, a belief in his own journey, restoring a vintage motorcycle, a testament to his dedication, lost in a book, soaking up knowledge, trekking through a jungle, testing his limits. The Sigma male isn't defined by his job title or social media following, defined by his actions and creations. He's content with leaving his corner of the world better, and that, my friends, is a legacy worth leaving behind. The Sigma male, by his very nature, is an enigma. He doesn't seek the spotlight, doesn't crave attention. He's comfortable in the shadows, content to observe the world from a distance, yet his presence is felt, his absence noted. He's the man people talk about in hushed tones, the one who leaves them wanting more. He's a puzzle they can't quite solve, a mystery they can't quite unravel, and that's precisely what makes him so damn intriguing. He walks through the world with a quiet confidence, a sense of self-assurance that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. The Sigma male, you see, may operate on the periphery of society's radar, but don't underestimate his impact. Like a stone dropped in a still pond, his very existence sends out ripples, subtle yet profound, challenging the status quo, inspiring others to question, to think, to break free from the mold. He shows us that there's more to life than chasing after fleeting trends, that true fulfillment comes from within, from forging your own path, living life on your own terms. He reminds us that it's okay to be different, to embrace our individuality, to stand out from the crowd. He may not be the loudest voice in the room, but his actions speak louder than words. He leads by example, not by force, inspiring others to find their own voice, their own strength, their own way of being in the world. His influence is subtle yet pervasive. You might see it in the artist who defies convention, the entrepreneur who challenges the corporate ladder, the individual who simply chooses to live life on their own terms. Societal expectations be damned. He is a quiet revolutionary, a silent disruptor, challenging us to question, to evolve, to become the best versions of ourselves, free from the shackles of conformity. And in a world that often feels suffocating in its pressure to conform, that, my friends, is a breath of fresh air. Now, you might be thinking, that's all well and good, old chap, but I'm no Sigma male. I don't have the swagger, the mystery, the quiet confidence. And you know what? That's perfectly all right. Because the Sigma male isn't a label, my friend, it's a mindset. It's about embracing your individuality, your unique quirks and passions, and having the courage to be yourself unapologetically, even if it means standing out from the crowd. It's about finding your own path, your own rhythm, your own definition of success. It's about living life on your own terms, not by someone else's rule book. It's about pursuing your passions, not someone else's expectations. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, even if that skin doesn't quite fit the mold. So, embrace the Sigma within you, my friend. Find your voice, cultivate your passions, and walk your own path with confidence and conviction. The world needs more individuals, more free thinkers, more people who are brave enough to be themselves. And who knows, you might just inspire others to do the same. And that, my friends, is a legacy worth striving for. Well, my fellow Sigmas, we have reached the end of the video. If you found value and insight in this video, be sure to like, subscribe to our channel and share your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate your viewership and continued support as we journey on toward our first 100,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for watching and stay tuned in for new content. Until next time,